Shalom Akyam. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahushai,
Barakatah Yahushai,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahushai,
Barakatah Yahushai.
and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. The Wadi Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai for giving us another blessed day to teach His word in sincerity and truth, and to link up with brothers, man. And pretty much we are the Hebrew Israelites, which consists of the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, West Indians, and Haitians, and the Israelite foreigners who were scattered abroad, also out here in the United States. What you're witnessing is an uprising of the Mosai's people. And what you're witnessing right now with this whole COVID-19, this quarantine, everybody talking about the mark of the beast, martial law, a lot of things are coming out about what Esau wants to do.
UBI, that universal income shit.
Right.
Giving out more of that stimulus money bullshit.
Right. Because you're witnessing the downfall of the so-called white man power structure.
That's right.
And before he goes out, he has an agenda, which some of his agenda, the Mosai is going to allow to happen because it's all going to correlate with prophecy. So if you woke up to the fact that you're a Hebrew Israelite, man, do not be focused on the fucking news, man, because that shit is confusing right now. Because Esau is scrambling.
Yep.
He's scrambling, man, because the Mosai keep calling audibles on his ass because he thinks he's going to do something. Right. The Mosai has everything according to his plan. Yep. And the number one reason why he's scrambling because the two witnesses of the Mosai is woken back up.
Right.
Through the Holy Spirit of the Mosai, not Jermaine Grant. Inside joke. You know what I mean? So the Mosai is endowed the two witnesses, which consists of the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom of the prophets coming back. Right. And this information was given to us through the Holy Spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai from our apostles and elders on down through the internet. And by this information going out through the internet, oh man, the Israelites have woken up throughout the four corners of the earth.
That's right. That's right.
On all levels, man. You know, every major continent, every major city, the brothers are out there. You under the right doctrine, teaching the right doctrine to the people. Right. And even if you out there causing mischief, you know what I mean, and bringing out false doctrine, you up the Lord anyway. But you might be slated for death.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because there's two sides of the spectrum.
Go ahead, brother. Prove that is Project Depper. That video that came out.
Cypher.
They had to keep changing up because the truly Israelite waking up. Too many people that know about the truth is waking up. So now they can't do what the original plan was. And like the brother was saying, they keep on stretching it up because how about Yahushai at the end of the day controlling all this?
Right. And the more they switch it up, the more they're exposing themselves.
Right.
You know, it's just like brother was saying. You know, Esau's trying to cause all these audibles, man, but. You gotta understand, once you call it an audible, everybody gotta be on the same page. If one guy is off, that leaves that whole thing fucked up, man.
Right.
And that's what's happening. Man. You know, he saw scrambling. This shit ain't working. You know, like I heard one of the brothers say this, man. You know, for a while, the Most High had the Most High was dealing with Esau. Esau's blessing was coming forth. So everything that Esau did for a certain point of time, it always worked. It always worked. But now when you're at the end, and now he's being exposed, the Most High's got his skirt lifted up. So all that shit that used to work for him back in the day, that shit don't work no more. That's just played out.
Because the Mosai created the internet. What you guys? Okay. Yeah, Mosai created the internet, and that's how we receive the truth. Go ahead, bro.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2. And Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables.
The Mosai has used Apostle Oro and down to make this information, man, plain to us, man. Very plain from them constantly pushing out this information onto us through the Holy Spirit. So we took up the what you call the plow as well, and we giving it to you the same way. This information, if you're part of the chosen few, it's going to be crystal clear to you, man. You were like, oh wow, you understand? Go ahead.
And make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. But at the end it shall speak and not lie.
And that's the time frame we're in right now. The end of one kingdom, and you witnessing the upcoming of the real kingdom on the Yahushua. We are witnessing an end of an age, man. The end of the so-called white man rulership.
That's right.
That's what's going on right now, man. Who is Esau, the Edomites, according to the Bible. You understand? Go ahead.
It's as though prophecy. But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it.
Yeah, man. Especially when you brothers dealing with it, you know, under this freaking quarantine. Some brothers got to work from home. Some brothers ain't got no job. Some brothers are still working. Everything is shut down, man. It's, you know, you're like, God damn it, you know. You get mad at sometimes. You get frustrated, man. But the scripture said, though it tarry, go ahead.
Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
It will not tarry, man. So when the Heavenly Father, it's all about the Most High's timing. And that's something you got, you know, you deal with a lot of emotions, what they call anxiety and all that. Once the Lord allowed this thing to roll, man, it is on. But it is on right now.
That's right.
It is on right now, man. Esau is scared. If you want the banner of the right doctrine, nothing to be afraid of, you know, keep the fire burning, man.
Right.
And eventually, man, we're going to be in our kingdom under Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
And this is our last captivity, man. This punk ass, retarded, confused shit, man.
That's right. That's
Which
right.
was set up for our punishment. Anybody got something else before I get into the lesson? Nobody else? Just give me that Revelation 11 and 1, brother.
All right, this is on Revelation 11, and it reads, "And there was given me a reed like unto a rod,
Which is when you go into that, it's like a measuring stick. Go ahead.
and the angel stood, saying, Rise and measure the temple of the Most High, and the altar, and them that worship therein."
Yeah, the temple of the Most High and the altar represents us brothers going out there teaching His word. Us brothers that he allowed to wake up to this truth, man, this beautiful manna, so to speak, this hidden manna.
Yeah.
All right, not mushroom, okay? All right, that's another topic. That's the altar of the Most High, man, teaching the right doctrine.
That's right.
And through us, inspiration from the Heavenly Father, man, the measuring stick is the scriptures, man, which is His truth. Go ahead.
But the court which is without the temple,
Yeah, outside the temple.
Mhm.
Who's outside the temple? Yeah, the heathen. Which is another word for outside the temple, the profane.
That's right.
The heathens, man. So how this thing links up. They're outside with the altar of the Most High, man. You understand? Meaning the Most High only gave the law, statute, and commandments unto the Israelites. The covenant of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Go ahead.
Measure it not, for it is given unto the Gentiles.
The Gentiles right there is dealing with the heathen nations. Go ahead.
And the holy city shall they tread under foot 42 months.
Right, so that's history right there under the Roman Empire when we pretty much got decimated. The northern kingdom was already over here, and pretty much Judah, Benjamin, Levi got ransacked by the Vespasian dynasty on the General Vespasian, Titus, and Domitian. In the 42 months, when you look it up, 42 months into year goes into 3.5 years. That's dealing with the Jewish wars. When it started, you know, it was roughly 4 years, but when it started to where it ended, I think it started in 65 BC, and you know, ended 70 BC. Roughly the whole incursion upon the Jews around 70 AD, but it was a little bit more that was going on. You still had rebels and all that stuff, but 70 AD, man. All right, they got into our lands, the goddamn Edomites, man, and they ransacked our temples and all that. That's where you have the Ark of Titus, and a lot of us fled. A lot of us fled into the west coast of Africa, the interiors of Africa, also over to Europe and places like that. Okay, after that time frame. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 3. And I will give power unto my 2 witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,260 days.
Right, and it says, but I will give power unto my 2 witnesses, right? And you go into that, it starts off with Zerubbabel and Joshua the high priest. And they shall prophesy how long, brother?
1,260 days.
Which when you add that up, goes into 3.5 years as well. And that goes into something deeper. So the 2 witnesses here is dealing with Zerubbabel and Joshua. What links up? Go read the next verse, verse 4.
Verse 4. These are the 2 olive trees and the 2 candlesticks standing before the Most High, before the Most High of the earth.
Right. So in verse 3, he says, "I will give power unto my 2 witnesses." Right, and then it links up to the 2 olive trees. So it links up as well. Start off with Zerubbabel and Joshua the high priest, and goes into the southern and the northern kingdom. So in verse 3, give me Jeremiah 11. Somebody give me Jeremiah 11. And now you go Revelation. Somebody give me Jeremiah 11, verse 14 to 16 to prove that point.
Okay.
Jeremiah 11 and 14.
Uh-huh.
It says, "Therefore pray not thou for this people."
Who are the Israelites? Because 2/3 of our people, man, forget about them. You understand? These motherfuckers that's on World Stars, still making these demonic ass music, and you know what I'm saying? Forget about them. Certain families certain family members in your families. Forget about them, man. We ain't worried about them, man. We worry about the elect, sealing up the elect. Go ahead.
"Neither lift up cry or prayer for them, for I will not hear them in the time that they cry unto me for their trouble."
Right, and that's what's coming down the pipeline, man.
Yeah.
Great trouble unto you wicked ass Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, single Indians, West Indians, and Haitians, because you're under the illusion of peace and safety right now, with certain amenities to open up, beaches, salons, and all that shit. Something great is about to happen to you, motherfucking degenerates, man.
Right.
Straight up, man. And us brothers, man, we sitting back patiently waiting to see what the Lord gonna do. But when that shit happens, man, oh my goodness, man. I really hope I have a bottle of Hennessy. I think I'm gonna have to go do that, get some Cavassier, some rum. Oh my Lord, man.
Tuck that away somewhere.
Yeah, bro. Bro, shit. Like that comedian dude, what's his name? Weatherspoon, what is his name?
John
Does it taste so good, make you want to smack your mama? When the Lord really bring that, man, oh my, I know from the apostles on down, man, it's going to be a hell of a day, man. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 11 and 14, 15. It says, "What hath my beloved to do in mine house, seeing she hath wrought lewdness with many, and the holy flesh is passed from thee?"
Yeah, lewdness. Read it again. What has my beloved? Go ahead.
"What hath my beloved to do in mine house?"
Right, man. You Israelites, you're profane as well, because you're full of lewdness right now. Bunch of murderers, idolaters, running around with goddamn transgenders and shit. It's sick, man. It's real bad, man. I got you. It's real bad right now, man. To where like, you know, brother posts up this video of World Star. I ain't want to fucking watch it, but edification's sake, niggas running around with trannies, not known as trannies, and tranny pulling their goddamn rod out, and the damn tranny said, what did he say?
All these niggas is doing it.
Yeah, all these niggas is doing it.
And that's
There
facts.
you go.
That's facts. These niggas are doing that
That's
shit.
not cool, man. The Lord gotta stop this shit, man.
Right. What do you call that shit? So like we call that shit. They call it doing that Malik Yoba shit, man. That's what they call it. Going Yoba or some shit like that, man. But that's a fact. These niggas is really doing this shit. You got all these different rappers being exposed. Young Buck being exposed for that shit.
Yep.
He ain't the only one. He ain't the only.
And I was mad at that,
doing
man.
that
I
shit.
was like, fuck, Young Buck. Yeah, I like the guy, you know.
Yeah.
Damn, nigga.
Fucking homo thug, man. But that's the new normal now, man. They're making that shit mainstream, man. Well, it ain't mainstream yet, but that's next on the ticket.
Yeah, that's why the Lord, man, I really hope the reason why they open back up Georgia is because the Most High smite you niggas out there with some hellified shit, man. Because you niggas out there are out of control.
You see that other video on Warstar? The girl was begging the trainee, save some dick for us.
Yes.
Y'all
Y'all
y'all turning all the men out here. They all down. Save some dick for
There
us.
you go.
Show you that Atlanta is fucking Sodom and Gomorrah, man.
Bad.
Come on, man.
One of the cities.
You know what I mean? Go ahead, brother.
It's profane. This is Hebrew 12 and 16. Let there be any fornicator or profaning person as Esau.
Right. So once you profane, you're under Esau's philosophies, man. You're under the image of the beast, man. Esau got your mind, meaning the Most High gave you up to those evil spirits. That's right. Go ahead.
That's why the scripture said, cast them out as the heathen men. They got a lot of Israel that are actually heathen because, not actual heathen, but they fall under the heathen vibration. They're outside of the temple, which makes them profane.
That's Proverbs 2, where it talks about the ways of the wicked seduced us.
Yep.
Right.
It's Esau's the border of wickedness.
Right.
Who for one mortal of meat on his birthright.
Sold your birthright. So that's where we at with it, man. Declaring the end from the beginning. You got to deal with the book of Genesis, Esau. But only the elect understand what's going on, man.
Right. That's right. I got a quick reason.
Go ahead.
This is St. John chapter 8, verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do.
So 2/3 of our people, you're a bunch of devils, man. Straight up. You wicked ass Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you're profane, you're evil, you're vile, man. You're sick in the head, man. You're gone. You understand what I'm saying? Like, man, the Lord got a, man, the Wadi al-Bashimi. That's all you can say, man. The Wadi al-Bashimi al-Shai, man.
That's right.
You know, it's because the Most High gave us a spirit of discernment out this motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
You know? Fuck that, bro. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say that's like that new video that came out with Juke World called Righteous, but all throughout the video and you look at the lyric, he's talking about popping drugs and stuff, and he got the 999 on his shirt, but it's after shit is thick. So he basically thinking about the righteous of basically being wicked.
Yeah.
That's because the scriptures say how they're changing not perfect in wickedness, but
Why is to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge?
You surpass the deeds of the wicked.
yeah. So that's the OJ card, man. So he trying to
Twist that
the
shit
scripture
up, man.
said,
Turn things upside down.
what is it? Good for bad and,
Yeah,
and bad for good. So he basically titled a song called Righteous. When you look at the song, it's evil, it's wickedness.
Yeah, man. Them songs got some evil vibration on it, man.
Yeah.
That's all he was talking about. You see his eyes was rolling, talking about, I love Lee. He basically was saying that when he does that shit, those demons get on him, man.
Not cool, man.
You know?
The comments, everybody was all like sad that he had died already. You know, I'll never get a chance to meet him. You
Fuck
know?
him.
Man, fuck that nigga, man.
That nigga in the spiritual world, like, thank you, Lord.
Yeah.
I was fucking out.
Hey, the scriptures even say that it's better to die than to live a life of a fool.
Yeah, man. These niggas are foolish. Now you got Lil Wayne, I guess some older Edomite bitch, he was popping, weightlifting bitch coming out, how he be whooping my ass and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you're a slave. I was looking out of that shit like, hell yeah, beat that bitch ass, Wayne. Bitch. You know?
Gangbang beating that bitch up.
Yeah, right.
Hey, he was doing her like that new baby song called Nasty. He thought pick her up and slam her like, he was beating her ass up. You know?
Yeah, man. Go ahead, bro.
It says, ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and a bull not in the truth.
And a lot of you jakes out there are murderers, man. Fuck that nigga, kill that nigga, man, all that shit. You a fuck nigga, pussy, all that shit.
All that.
Lord got it. Oh man, I can't wait, man. So we really believe in the spirit. That whole thing, and George is speculating that the Most High got certain plan out there,
Yeah.
man. Because you have the center of the disease control.
Yeah.
Then they got the Georgia Guidestones of how they plan to populate. You know, I forgot the percentage of the world.
6.5 billion.
7.5 billion they're gonna kill off, and they're only gonna leave 500 million.
That's what they would like to do, but it's all according to the Lord's plan. But a lot of people want to die.
That's right. You got that Agenda 2030.
Yeah.
All this talk about sustainability. What they ain't telling you is that the only way they're gonna sustain it is by killing all you motherfuckers.
Coming after Jakes.
Killing you with vaccines and
Right.
starving you out and shit.
5G, radiation,
Yeah.
you name it. Because they put that terminology on you. People run with it. You minorities, no, we're not the minorities, you fools. We're the majority of the people in the world. Because Israel is like the sand of the sea. That's why you people are fucking bugged out. We're the majority. The Most High is blessed the men of Israel nutsacks, man. Either wicked or evil. We popping out kids, man. You know, we're the majority of people in the world of Negroid, so-called Latino, and Indian descent throughout the world.
Right.
So this whole agenda is against you.
Right.
And what is against you Israelites, man. They're not gonna put the Georgia Guidestone in somewhere in Omaha, motherfucker. They put it in motherfucking Georgia. Georgia, that's Judah, man. Georgia. And you got Benjamin, got their little community out there. They're coming for you, man. The Lord is with it. Okay? Only people gonna be protected is a small remnant, man.
That's what happened at work. You know, I was there sweating like a slave and shit. And you know, my partner like this, man, yo, they gonna kill black people in Georgia, man. I got a feeling. I was like this, yeah. All in my mind said, yeah, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Soldier style, yo. All right, you gonna move these boxes or what?
They call it.
Fuck, bro.
They call it thinning the herd.
Yeah.
You know, they had a term like back 4 or 5 years ago called the Great Colon. You know, and that goes into cattle breeding. You know, you get rid of the unprofitable cattle. You know, and then you keep the ones around that you want. You know, for higher breeding. You know,
Right.
And
Who they can
Esau,
work with.
Yeah, Esau deems you Jakes out there as undesirables, man.
Right. That's the Lord deem you that like that.
The Lord.
You're evil, man.
Can we just precept back there real quick?
Yeah.
He's talking about how Esau, you know, how we're the majority and how Esau is basically afflicting us.
Yeah.
This is Exodus 1:12. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew.
And we're, the bulk of the Israelites getting afflicted. Third world countries, the ghettos, the projects. You go down to the third world countries and all the Jake, you got little Jake kids running around barefoot with no goddamn shoes on. I grew up like that. You know what I'm saying? But Jake can have a whole different vibration on him, man. You know what I mean? So the more we afflict, the more we pop our children. Come to the States, the same thing. Who's in them projects, man? You know, Jake.
Shit, even during World War I, World War II, Jake was out there when they was fighting for Esau, dumb ass out in Germany, out in these different places, popping them women, man. That's one thing about Jake. Jake gonna get him some pussy. He don't give a fuck where he at. He gonna find some box, man. Hey, because let's be real. When you fighting war and you getting afflicted, one thing that makes you feel better is getting some box, man.
Pussy.
That was the account of Isaac, if I'm not mistaken, right?
When his mom died, he was grieving when his mom died.
Yeah. He was laid down with his wife.
Right.
And they show you that in that Spike Lee movie, Miracle at St. Anne. Jake out there in World War in Italy, right? And he was popping an Italian woman.
Even that one movie called Mudbound. Remember with Jake, the Edomite that was out in the south, and he was a fighter plane. He was fighting in Germany, and he ended up falling in love with that German chick, and he popped her, and she ended up coming. He ended up going back, and she had a son with him, man.
Yeah, them teaming Idumi women, man, they fine as fuck, man. Fat ass legs and fat ass bumsies, man. Asses, man. They gonna get it. Go ahead, bro.
This is Hosea 1:10. It says, "Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea."
And that's factual, man, because we're all over the world. That means we're innumerable. So this whole agenda they got planned, whatever the hell they got planned, is towards Israel, man. Because Esau, the so-called white man, he's not, the Most High hasn't blessed his nutsack. His time is up. You understand? They're not popping out children like they used to. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High said that if they multiply, it's gonna be for the slaughter. That's crazy, man. You understand what I'm saying? Straight up, man. Go ahead.
It says, "Which cannot be measured nor numbered."
Yeah, which cannot be measured nor numbered. So this whole is psychological warfare. The whole terminology of you being a minority, that's not factual, bro. That's not factual. They are minority, man. Mainly Esau, the Most High said, "I've made these small among the heathen." And that's twofold, meaning nationwide. Yeah, and they're spies, man, on the low level.
Reputation.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It says, "And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people."
And that's mainly here in America. Because this is the vibration. America is where the vibration gets pushed out throughout the whole earth. Jake, in the UK, wherever the hell you at, your vibration comes from us. Just cut it out, bro. It comes from over here. I respect it, but it comes from right here. United States. Because, you know, Jake, we all catch hell, you get caught up in that vibration. It is what it is. You know? But that shit comes from here, man. Facts, man. Go ahead.
It says, "There it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power."
Right, and that's right here, man. It means the Most High is going to magnify his men. The Most High is going to bring us back on top.
And it makes sense too, because that's why Esau did what he did when he brought us here in slavery, man. One of his main agendas was to beat our nationality out of us, man.
Right.
You know, and then plus prophecy had to come. Jeremiah 7:14 had to come to pass. We had to fall away. We had to lose who we were, lose our nationality. But Esau, most of used Esau to play a huge part in that, man.
You know, major part, man. A lot of the boys got sold into harlotry. Sex slave. So that pedophilia goes all the way back, man.
What's that?
Slavery.
Uncle Tom's Cabin. Watch Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Right.
A boy for a gun and for wine.
You turn a boy into a harlot. That's pedophilia, man. So it's heavy stuff, man. But this is the comforter. You gotta understand why and what's gonna be the outcome. That comforts you, man.
That's right.
You know, it makes you appreciate where you at in this truth, man. That's real.
That's right.
And Esau think he could do away with the children of Israel also by killing it, and also he think he could up their property by searching out the heavens and depth of the ocean. But it was more of a mockery and a sarcasm.
Right.
And he thought, I'm gonna try it, but you can't because you're not able to go to a certain bound that's been set here on earth.
Right, and in the heavens. And even though, you know, there's a lot of chariot sightings, man, a lot of you jakes out there getting caught up with Elon Musk's little Starlink satellites, man. So fucking what? I mean, so what, man? Even if you got the satellites out there, and it, you know, but the spirit gonna guide you, man. Those, the chariots are not. The men of the Lord, we in the spirit, man.
That's right.
You understand?
That's right.
Finish that, bro. That was it. So that was it, brother.
Yeah.
Well, you finished that. Yeah. Jeremiah 11.
Jeremiah 11 and 15 again. It says, What hath my beloved to do in mine house, seeing she hath wrought lewdness with many, and the holy flesh is passed from thee?
Right. So what the hell you gonna do if you got a wife, she out there fucking all type of niggas, and comes in the house and let you know, yeah, I fucked him. Yeah, so what? That's how you gotta look at how we play the harder to the Most High. Right. Imagine your wife, you know she out there fucking 4-5 niggas in one night, and she come in here your house and be like, yeah, I fucked him, so what? And you think you gonna look at her like she's righteous and she's clean, man? I don't give a damn how many showers she takes, man. She gonna be completely and utterly defiled, man. And that's how we were defiled to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man.
Right.
You know? Crazy, man.
It says, when thou doest evil, then thou rejoicest.
Right, that's Jake, man.
Yeah.
Like the scripture say, Jake don't know how to do good, but to do evil. To do evil, they have all the knowledge, but to do good, they don't have the knowledge to do good, man. You know, Jake is completely fucking wicked out here, man, and blatantly wicked, man. Jake do wickedness, and they boast in their wickedness, man, and they know it, but then they know within their spirit that shit is off, man.
Yeah, that's why I fucked your bitch.
Right.
Get money, that shit.
In the righteous society, that nigga head would have been lopped off.
Yeah.
You know?
Clean off the shoulder.
And the Apostle Paul, he even said that, rejoice not in iniquity,
Right.
but rejoice in the truth, you know?
Right. But hey, shalom to all you brothers on the comment board. Shalom to Eli Knock. Rest all you brothers out there. Y'all about Shemal Shabrakadam. Yeah, finish that, bro.
Yeah, I think this next verse.
Yeah, that's the point right there. Yeah.
It says, verse 16 in Jeremiah 11. It says, Yahweh called thy name a green olive tree.
Right. So hold that and give me back that one in Revelation 11, 3 and 4.
All right. We start at 3. Revelation 11, verse 3. And I will give power unto my 2 witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,260 days.
Which is equivalent to 3.5 years. And it starts off with Zerubbabel and Joshua the high priest.
Right.
Go ahead.
Clothed in sackcloth.
Sackcloth is what we wear, man. With the fancy garment, we are in a state of mourning.
Right.
It's not a place. We're not in a state of rejoicing, man.
It's not a kingdom.
Yeah, this right here was punishment.
Right. Now, I'm not saying if you wear a glorious garment, whatever, you ain't saying you wicked, but that ain't the time frame we in, man.
Yeah.
That day is gonna come. That day is gonna come in the kingdom, man.
That's right.
You know, we shouldn't be trying to live it up and be glorious and try to make the outside appear so glorious when really we ain't even sovereign, man. We still
sovereign, bro. That's a heavy word. Yeah. Jake don't realize it. Like, of course, Jake would try to, get on the finances, get stocks, and
see, but that's all Esau shit.
Right.
You know
right.
what I mean?
Right. And own houses, which is cool.
Right.
But this place, this shit right here, is gonna be destroyed, bro.
Yeah,
right. So where are you supposed to be putting most of your energy into this word, man?
Right. That temporal, this thing is for a moment.
Yeah, this shit is temporal, bro. Even the money you got, well, that's not real. That's not real dope, bro.
Ain't none of us taking none of this shit with us, man.
Right. So read that again to verse 4. Read 16 again in Jeremiah. Go ahead, brother.
Revelation 11, verse 3. And I will give power unto my 2 witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,260 days, clothed in sackcloth. Verse 4. These are the 2 olive trees and the 2 candlesticks standing before the Most High of the earth.
Right, that's dealing with the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. You're going to back it up in Jeremiah 11. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 11:16. Yahweh called thy name a green olive tree.
Facts. That's Israel, man. That's what it's talking about. Go ahead.
Fair and of goodly fruit.
Uh-huh.
With the noise of a great tumult, he had kindled fire upon it.
What's the noise of the great tumult? Our captivity the Most High brought upon us, starting off with the Assyrian captivity, because the northern kingdom was the first kingdom. They were the Latinos, Native American Seminoles Indians that got moved out of the land of Israel.
Right.
And they got moved into Babylon first, then eventually they left the Middle East and came over here to the Americas to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. Then eventually after that, the Babylonian Empire took down Judah, Benjamin, Levi, man.
Yeah.
And it links up to everything we went through today, and slavery and all that, man. That's the great tumult. We fell away as a nation, man. Go ahead.
17.
Oh, read again. Read 16 again, Slaki.
It says, Yahweh called thy name a green olive tree, fair and of goodly fruit. With the noise of a great tumult, he had kindled fire upon it, and the branches of it are broken.
Yeah, so the great tumult is dealing with our captivity. So read Revelation 11:4 again.
Revelation 11 verse 4. These are the 2 olive trees and the 2 candlesticks standing before the power of the earth. And if any man will hurt them,
So that was verse 4?
yeah.
I gotta preach that.
Yeah, what you got? Zechariah 4?
Yep.
Yeah, because start at verse 11.
Okay.
And then somebody give me Matthew 5, verse 14 and 16.
It's Zechariah 4 and 11. Then answered I and said unto him, what are these 2 olive trees upon the right side of the candlestick and upon the left side thereof? And I answered again and said unto him, what be these 2 olive branches which drew the 2 golden pipes?
Right, so that's dealing with the nation of Israel. Right? The southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. When you read the whole chapter, it goes into Zerubbabel. All right? And the chapter before that, Zerubbabel and Joshua the high priest. Okay, go ahead.
It said, verse 11 again. No, 12. And I answered again and said unto him, what be the 2 olive branches which drew the 2 golden pipes, empty the golden oil out of themselves?
What is that oil, man? The understanding of this truth, man. The Most High got his selected men, 144,000 and the 1/3 from both sides of the nation, the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. I heard teaching, man.
That's right.
Facts. All right, that's standing up in great boldness. You got that new brother in the Dominican Republic out there, man.
But you even got that one brother in Italy.
Italy.
Yeah, Rome.
Brother in Puerto Rico, man. I was dealing with the north right now. Brothers in Peru, brothers in Bolivia. You know, brothers in Suriname. All up the 4 corners of the earth, man, teaching the true understanding of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the scriptures, the right way, man.
The southern parts of Africa.
Right.
And he answered me and said, knowest thou not what these be? And I said, no, my Lord. Then said he, these are the 2 anointed ones that stand by the Lord of the whole earth.
Of the whole earth. Because Israel is scattered where, man? Throughout the whole earth. The southern kingdom and the northern kingdom.
Hey, on the sidebar for anointed one, it says son of oil.
Yep, the sons of the oil. Yeah, I got that too. Yeah. There's a southern kingdom and northern kingdom, man. We have been anointed. That's why the Most High has opened our minds to receive His truth. Since the world began, He have the certain spirits that He have chosen to give unto His Son. That's heavy, man. You understand? Like, dang, man, put you in a humble state and just do what you gotta do. Go ahead, brother. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
This is Amos chapter 9, verse 8. It says, behold, the eyes of Yahweh are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
Right, so it's twofold. It's dealing with the nation of Israel and also dealing with where we at today, America. Go ahead.
Saying that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith Yahweh.
Because the elect, it's all about the elect, man. Go ahead.
For lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations.
Right, so part of our curses, you know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of Jakes are light skinned and, you know what I'm saying, looking like the other nations. That was part of our curses, man. To be pushed out to the other nations, man. You got a lot of Jakes that was you know, out there in India, the Arab world, you know what I'm saying, over there in Australia and China, Japan, you know, keeping their customs, man. Like, God damn it, you was eating that shit, dog.
Hey, that's what the John the Revelator saw in the vision. Who are these amongst the other nations and tongues and multitudes? Israel that was scattered amongst the other nations.
Right.
Even the Apostle Paul, even Apostle Paul, when he had that dream about the sheep that was knit at the four corners.
Right. No, that's Peter.
Peter that had the vision of the sheep being knit at the four corners. He saw all the wild beasts, you know, and that represented Jake being caught up in all these different philosophies, living like wild animals, man.
That's right.
You know?
Wild olive trees, man. Wild olives.
You talking about pork.
Right. Right. He ain't no fucking lobster over there, man.
It says, like as corn is sifted in a sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. You know, this is representing the elect being gathered throughout the four corners of the earth, no matter what they look like, man. When they hear this truth, this truth is going to resonate with them, man. And they're going to hear it, and they're going to believe, and they're going to be, and they're going to be
in the right spirit,
in the right spirit.
Yeah.
Quickened, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That was it. Okay.
I had the Matthews 5 and 14.
Yes, please.
This is Matthews 5 and 14.
This is 16.
Ye are the light of the world.
That's the elect. From the southern kingdom to the northern kingdom, this light is this truth, brothers, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We're guiding lights, shining lights, man, wherever we go.
That's right.
We are the hope of our nation, man. Ultimately, Yahweh Shai paid the cost. You know what I'm saying? If he did not go on that cross, man, we won't be where we at today. We are the hope of our nation. Put it this way, we are the hope of our planet.
That's right.
Facts, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they had that one, you know what I'm saying? That's heavy, huh? Yeah. They had that one cartoon Captain Planet.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, Titus, just call Captain Planet. So who we calling on right now? Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, man.
Right.
That's why the scripture said, I've given power unto my two witnesses. The power is right here, man.
That's right.
Ultimately, we're going to receive spiritual power, man, real soon. But we got power right now. In the book of Acts, man, it said the prophets have turned the world upside, turn right side up, upside, you know what I mean? We're turning things right to where it's supposed to be, man, through the inspiration of the Holy Spirit.
That's right, man.
It's heavy, man. Go ahead.
Matthew 5 and 14. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid.
That's why it's like, bros, we got to teach. It's something that's in you, man. Like, man, I got to do the work, man. Fuck that.
Yep.
You know, you can't contain yourself, man.
Yep.
And the Most High allowed Apostle R to set us to a standard, a criteria which you try to meet or surpass it, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta meet that standard, man. Your job is Most High laying out the guidelines, man. You got this is what I need y'all to do. Flood the internet, man.
Yep.
Flood YouTube. Everybody, every swinging dick on deck.
Everybody got to do it to the measure that they've been given.
Right. Right.
Yep.
Facts, man. You are very important souls, man.
Right. We're all one body.
Right.
And if you're a finger, shit, get to working, man. Do what a
move
finger's
that
supposed
shit,
to be
man.
doing, man. You know?
All right. We're all important souls, man. This is not a joke.
Yep.
It's not a game, man.
Yep.
Esau is scared of us, man. He don't know what the hell he's doing. God damn it.
Yeah.
They don't sell drugs. They don't.
They're
not
taxes
gangbanging.
and shit,
You know what I'm saying? Even if they don't pay the taxes, man, I can't even get them on check. I just garnish their wage. They're having to me. Because I'm like, fuck that, man. Because child support eat me up. So they garnish my wages. So I'm like, fuck it, whatever, man. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Still got a roof over my head.
Hey, we got to pay unto Caesar what is Caesar. You
Right.
know what I mean?
So there's nothing they can do against us, man.
Yep.
What the Lord has not allowed them to do. So we, man, they're frightened, brothers. Y'all don't understand what this. That's what we're gonna get into, man. Go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say, I watched the video from one of the brothers in Chicago. He said that him and his lady had a fight, and ultimately she went to jail. She said a detective came up to her and basically asked her, said, "Hey, look, help us, help you." And then they were basically trying to get info on her, saying, "Hey, does your boyfriend, does he sell drugs? You know, where are the drugs at? You know." Or they're just trying to find all this dirt on them and stuff. So just to show that they're scared.
Yeah, so that's Chi-Town. That stigma out there is a Chirac. So
Yeah.
they think every Negro out there, Latino, is on that shit. No, the Most High is preserve a small remnant. Like, nah, we ain't doing that shit no more, dog. We're about the Israelite life, bro. You know what I'm saying? We gonna teach this word. I'm gonna keep the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get my shit circumcised. Done fucking niggas' wives. I'm done. I'm gonna put the gun down, man. I'm done with this Chief Keef shit, man. So that's the spirit of the Lord. Ain't nothing they can do about it, man.
That's right. That's right.
This thing empowers you spiritually, man. Not to get big headed and cocky. It empowers you, man. It gives you a purpose, man. Go ahead, brother.
Romans 13:3. For the rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. So who was out here, busting heads and Chief Keefing it? You know what I mean? Esau gonna roll on us, man. You know, and that's basically what Esau has groomed Jake to do here in this society, man. To be in the ghetto, selling dope. He only gave our people one avenue, which that's an avenue called the trap. That's what they call it, the trap. I'm in the trap. I'm in the trap. Don't you know Esau set that up so you can get your dumb ass and put you in these prisons and lock you up and put a record on you so you can't do any goddamn thing, man?
You know what's crazy, man? When Nas was, someone in his right mind, he had this one album called Nostradamus, and he had this one track called Last Words, and he's talking about his verse is another Jake on the track, and his verse is talking about the prison system, man. You know what I'm saying? And the way this guy is so poetic, he goes into how the prison system will break you down, have you having sex with your sheets, and have you hallucinating all that. So in his verse, he said, "Niggas stay legal." That's a trap, bro. That verse, I was like, God damn, man. You understand? Ain't nothing. You get caught up in a lifestyle. You're stupid, bro. You keep going to jail. Like, nah, bro. That's not the way. That's a trap. It's there for them to keep making money off you, man. That's like, see, the value of the shadow of death.
I got it says, "Will thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same."
Right, and us coming back to the full understand, we fear the Lord. Like, man, fuck that, man. You gotta pray and repent every day, man. Fast, on your terms, man. Bro, this thing is deadly. Serious. The Lord prevented us, put it out there, if that happened to you, then it's between you and the Lord, getting molested, all kind of something. Whatever the fuck the Lord protecting you, man. Pull you out of that shit, bro. Like that bros, man, you don't understand, man. If you're not covered under the blood of the Lamb, yo, you out here for prey. This thing is like, golly, make you sit back on your couch and just praise the Lord. What the fuck I'm tripping about? You know what I mean? It's like, bros, man.
That's crazy.
You got it's like women out here that been, bro, all type of shit in it, man.
Y'all see that crackhead bitch on the
This
Three
shit
phases, bro.
crazy, bro.
She just down the way.
This shit is crazy, man. You understand what I'm saying, brother? This where you at, man? Shut the fuck up, man, and do what you gotta do, bro. Fear the Lord, bro. Most I had you all messed up, man.
Book of Ephesians says he pulled you out of the darkness.
Darkness into light.
He pulled you.
He pulled you. He snatched your crusty ass, man. All right, go ahead, bro.
This is 1 Peter chapter 1 verse 2. It says, "Elect according to the foreknowledge of the Most High, the Father, through sanctification."
According to the full knowledge, because you once knew this. This is your lot since the beginning of time to do what you're doing, man.
Lord said, "I have preserved 7,000 men unto me."
A complete number of men that's not going to bow out. And that kingdom back then was under the wicked rulership of Ahab and Jezebel, man. So and that's the same demonic entities coming back. Baal Peor, whatever the fuck they worship, man. There's just different names on it today. Baphomet, nigga. That's what the fuck Jake was doing. Molech. Everything is back, bro. Them same demons never left, man. They still here.
Nothing new in the sun.
Yeah. It's got a new name, a new twist, a new guys. Like, you ever heard about this? Like I was watching that Out of the Shadows documentary. Yeah, Eddie Murphy was talking shit about what's his name?
Sammy Davis
Sammy
Jr.
Davis, man. You ever heard about Satan?
Satan's more powerful than God.
He said once he saw I was looking at him, he was kind of like, "No, I'm just playing."
Got caught up.
And that's real shit because Sammy Davis Jr. That nigga used to hang out with Anton LaVey, man.
Exactly.
He's an actual Satanist.
You know?
Exactly. Wham, and Mozart took his simple ass out of here. Fool.
God broke, man.
You die broke, right?
Yep.
Tap dancing nigga. Lord, ain't with that, man.
Yeah, man. That's why you, man, when Yahweh Shem Yahushua is with you, man, he makes it to where as long as you serving him, you doing good, man, you can survive through Esau's bullshit.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
This is survival, bro.
He's gonna make a way. He's gonna keep you out of all the bullshit. He's gonna keep you protected. He's gonna keep you in the right frame of mind to see the shit. Because this witchcraft is working at every every day is working, man. This like the brother said, all these different demons and these spirits and this witchcraft is working every second that we here in Babylon, man. That's what the brother said. This is the valley of the shadow of death. Everything that's going on out here in Esau's system for you Israelites is to get you to go off against Yahweh Hashem.
Exactly. Right.
The music, the TV,
the fashion,
the food, the fashion, man. You know?
Yeah, man. Like I was watching some comedy last night with Mike Epps. Or was it with Cat Williams? They were talking about how the fast food is going too far. How they got, chicken this, chicken that. Like, that shit is a setup, man. Like, don't do that shit. You gotta draw the line. I think it was Cat Williams, man. You gotta draw the line, man. Like, what the fuck, man? Niggas eat that shit, man.
That's ridiculous.
You said Cat Williams?
I'm one of them on Mike Epps, man. You know what I mean? Shit on Netflix, man.
Glazed donut.
Yeah, glazed donut and shit.
Fried chicken under 2 glazed donuts, my nigga.
Yeah.
That's going too far. That's for you to eat that shit and you drive to work and have a heart attack. That shit really ain't no shit for 3 days. Yeah, it's facts, bro.
Diabetes.
Where were we, man?
I was reading 1 Peter 1 and 2. This is 1 Peter 1 and 2. It says, elect according to the foreknowledge of the Most High, the Father, through sanctification of the Spirit.
Right. To be sanctified is to make holy, to be separate, man. You understand? So the Most High has sanctified a few of us, man, to be under His Son. That's right. The tutelage of it under His Son and Him, man. You see? Go ahead.
Unto obedience and sprinkling of the blood of Yahushua Mashiach.
That's that. Hey, man. That's that the wah.
Yep.
That's the sprinkling of the blood. The Lord will be under that banner, man. Yeah. That was it.
A little more. It says, grace unto you and peace be multiplied.
And what's the word grace mean? Favor. You know what I'm saying? You got your favorite, brother, your favorite niece, your favorite, brothers dealing with multiple women. You're like, damn, one of them chicks, god damn it. Favorite wives and all that. The Most High gave us favor, man. You understand, man? Utilize your time wisely, man. Do what the hell you got to do. Because you don't know what the Lord going to do, man. We have this, man, but we don't know when the Lord going to do it.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? What He's going to do, man.
I got a free.
Now, let's get back, bro. Let's get back, man. Who was on something
Matthew,
like...
on Matthew.
Yeah. Let's get back, bro.
Back in Matthew 5:14, ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid.
Right.
Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house.
Right. And who's all in the house? The elect, man.
Yep.
You understand? Go ahead.
Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven.
Right.
Think not that I am come to destroy the law.
That's it on that. Get all the Revelation again, Revelation 11 on the floor and read to verse 5.
Verse 5, you said?
You read to verse 4 and move to verse 5 for sure.
Revelation 11, verse 4. These are the 2 olive trees, the 2 candlesticks standing before the power of the earth. Verse 5. If any man will hurt them, fire proceedeth out of their mouth,
Right.
and devoureth their enemies.
Man, that's spiritual power, man. So it's gonna come a point, you know what I'm saying? Because the Lord is gonna allow Esau to roll, man. He's gonna come like a great insurrection, sparing none with extreme prejudice, man. It's not a game. Because when we get in our power, we're gonna show for extreme prejudice too.
Right.
It's twofold, man. Go ahead.
And if any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed.
You must what?
Be killed.
So we're gonna get some precepts on that, man. So it says, verse 5, if any man will hurt them, fire will proceed out their mouth. And that links up with the account of Elijah. Somebody give me 2 Kings chapter 1 and read from verse 9 to 12. And somebody else give me Psalms 18, 1 to 10.
I got the Kings.
Go ahead.
Psalm 18. 2 Kings chapter 1, verse 9.
Yeah, to 12.
It says, Then the king sent unto him a captain of 50 with his 50.
And that's Elijah. Go ahead.
And he went up to him, and behold, he sat on the top of an hill, and he spake unto him, Thou man of God, the king hath said, Come down. And Elijah answered and said to the captain of 50, If I be a man of the Most High, then let fire come down from heaven, and consume thee and thy 50.
Right.
And there came down fire from heaven, and consumed him and his 50.
Right.
Again also he sent unto him another captain of 50 with his 50. And he answered and said unto him, O man of God, thus hath the king said, Come down quickly. And Elijah answered and said unto them, If I be a man of the Most High, let fire come down from heaven and consume thee and thy 50.
Now this ain't bro, man. This is not a fairy tale, bro. This happened.
Yep.
So imagine that, man. Some soldiers going there in the ignorance to get the brother Elijah. He said, man, you know, Jacob talk shit. My man, the Lord, I'll make fire come down on your ass right now. You know, Jacob talk this shit. Boom! Hit his ass from the Spirit of the Lord, man.
Yep.
And burnt their asses up.
Right.
So now we on to 100 men that got killed.
Yeah.
You know? Read verse 12, go ahead.
It says, And Elijah answered, this is verse 12, And Elijah answered and said unto them, If I be a man of the Most High, let fire come down from heaven and consume thee and thy 50. And the fire of the Most High came down from heaven and consumed him and his 50.
So that's what the scripture's talking about. So there's going to come a point they're going to try to hurt us, and brothers going to have those type of capabilities, man, through the inspiration of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man.
That's right, bro.
All right? So we're going to get help.
That's right.
So those two witnesses are back. So these vagabond Jews, these ignorant fools out there talking about the northern kingdom and not Israelite, them niggas is off, man.
Yeah.
I guess you like love the black woman with her bald ass, bro. I don't know what the hell is going on with you. The Most High got you marked for death. You gonna come up out of that shit, bro. You understand me, man? You come to Cali, bro. You gonna be like, fuck the black woman, dog. What you talking about, man? But whole nother topic, man. So give me that Psalms 18, 1 to 10.
18 and 1. I would love thee, O Lord, my strength. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my power, my strength, in whom I will trust.
Yeah, that's who we trust in, brothers, man. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We don't trust in ourselves. You know, brothers workout, whatever the hell you martial arts. We don't trust in that shit, man. You know, we trust in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Lord willing to the end. Go ahead.
My buckler and the horn of my salvation and my high tower.
Right, horn means power, man. Of our salvation goes to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That's how Elijah was able to do the things he did, man. You understand? That's the things we're gonna be able to do real soon. Because hey, technically we already have spiritual power pursuant to the apostles through this word, man. This is power, man. This empowers your mind, bro. You are surrounded by evil signals, like I did that video, them signals and all that shit. The sounds.
Yep.
You surrounded by chemtrails. Yeah. You surrounded by these nasty ass women. You don't know what the fuck you're into, bro. Yeah. You know, the Lord gotta be guiding you out this motherfucker, man.
Right.
You know, you think friends are a friend, niggas gonna try to fuck you. You don't know.
Yeah. Got a quick precept, bro.
Quick, go ahead.
It's Proverbs 18, verse 10, the Spirit. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe.
Go ahead.
That's
Go ahead, brother.
Oh, I got it.
We was gonna read to verse 10, brother. Yeah, it's
No,
all
no,
right. Go ahead.
I got it. 18, verse 10.
No, we was gonna read from verse 1 to 10.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to repeat that real quick. We said about this word, Hosea 15:5 real quick. Therefore have I healed him by the prophet. I have slain him by the word of my mouth, and thy judgment are as the light that goes forth.
And all these guys right now, all these naysayers, these scorners, these slanderers out there, they're getting cut by the word right now, man. That's why Esau is using them to bring out all these different doctrines to combat against this truth. And that's what's going on now. That's why you're seeing these bug outs. That's why you're seeing all these church leaders out there trying to say that we're crazy. Now you got Tyler Perry, bitch ass, trying to make a movie about the Israelites and stuff. So, you know, Esau's coming out his pockets more to send niggas to do his dirty work, man.
Yeah.
All right, so they're getting used by this word. Why? Because it's the truth, man.
Yeah.
And guess what? You got people sitting down in their houses, quarantined, knowing this something is not right, man.
Yeah.
And they watching the videos here, man. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
What?
That's why the church today make my word like fire and these people like stubble.
Yeah.
So we're burning people. That's spiritual power right there.
That's right.
Because it's sharper than any two-edged sword, and it cut the thunder even deeper than the bone.
That's right.
And we're able to discern the thought by the word.
Come.
And we're here to reprove you and correct you or to condemn you. And that's spiritual power in itself right there.
Yeah, you know, we putting on that, scorpion, that flame,
Yeah.
and making them motherfuckers melt into bones, man, with this word, man.
Yeah.
They getting scorched. All right, they're getting desperate right now, putting all these distractions.
Yep.
It's not working, man. We see it, man.
We see you, man.
All that bullshit Esau doing is working on the wrong ones, man.
Mhm.
It's working on those that's supposed
The
to be
right
deceived,
ones, yeah, the right
You
ones.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
It ain't working on the elect. You know?
That's right.
You see right through that shit. Like like goddamn whatever you can see through. Like you goddamn mirror, man. I mean a fucking window, man.
It's
Yeah.
Psalm 18 and 3. I will call upon the Lord Yahweh Shal Shai, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from my enemy.
Right. And that's dealing with King David and the account that he been through, man. So he made a song about it. You know? Go ahead.
It said, the sorrow of death compasseth me, and the blood of ungodly men made me afraid.
Right. One more time. The sorrow what?
The sorrow of death compasseth me.
Right. And that, bro, we gonna be in predicaments like that. The sorrows of death, like, fuck. I actually had a dream like that through the spirit, man. The brothers was in a battle, man, and in the opposition was whooping our ass, man. Only a few brothers was still getting down. And the spirit, I'm nothing, bros. I'm telling you with the dream. The spirit told me to call upon the heavens. I forgot. I don't know if I used Alahayim, but I woke up saying some type of Hebrew word, and lightness came down and boom, and destroyed our opposition, man. So brothers gonna be in predicaments. It doesn't, necessarily be gonna. You don't know what it is. You gonna be in some tight situations.
Like Code 8, I remember when they was trapped by that cop that came
Right.
and he used his powers.
Code 8, yeah. That's a good movie on Netflix, yeah. The Lord is gonna put you in this predicament so you can show His power, man. Yeah, that's
how they
it.
show that's how they show you a lot of stuff. How people figure out their power is by being in difficult situations.
Difficult
and
situations,
through that,
man.
Through that rage or anger,
Right.
they exhibit it, and I show you that on Black Lightning.
Exactly,
And
man.
they had to learn how to. They're like, how did I did it again? Then they would do it, and then they had to learn how to control it
Right.
by breathing and all that stuff.
So the Lord put you through shit so you can magnify His power, man. Get you angry and shit. Like, man, what the fuck? You gonna put you in some shit like, man, fuck this. And you like, whoa.
And then you think about it like the chick on Black Lightning did. This is a gift from God, And
Right.
You become that like, damn, I'm gifted.
Right.
That's why I had,
That was his older daughter.
Yeah. It's back in Psalm 18 and 5. The sorrow of hell compassed me about. The snare of death prevented me.
Right.
In my distress, I called upon the Lord Yahweh Shal Shai.
What's the name of the Most High, man? The name of the Most High is Yahweh. It's the name of Yahweh Shai. We gonna be in some distress shit, man. But it's for your betterment, so the Most High can show His power. You don't feel like you down and out, like fuck.
Yeah.
And somehow something gonna tell you, like just do this. All right, you do it. Boom, boy, you showing fake. You can be like, oh shit. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's it. Go ahead.
It said, and cried unto my power. He heard my voice out of his temple.
How is the Lord? What is the Lord's temple? What is the fourth dimension?
Yep.
Go ahead.
And my cry came before him, even into his ear.
Right, which is a prayer, or actually like a cry, like Lord, please help me, man. Shit, you know how Jake is, man. Sure, man. The Most High hears that.
The scriptures say the prayer of the righteous pierces the clouds.
Right. Right. Go ahead.
It said, then the earth shook and trembled.
What can cause the earth to shake and tremble?
The Lord's presence.
Well, how did the Most High show forth His presence? The chariots, man.
Right.
So the chariot showed up for King David here. So the reason why I brought this up, because we're going to get help. And every brother going, you know, I don't know, could get the power. Some brothers going to get help. Angelic force might show up, or you might just get the power. You don't know, or the brother, most time might allow a brother to come help you out. But don't trip, brother, I got you. But, oh, shit.
I got a quick one for that one.
Go ahead, bro.
It says Micah 12:1. I'm sorry, not Micah. Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people.
Right.
And there shall be a time of trouble such as never
before. So, you know, I don't know how the Lord, you know, it could be when Yahushua comes back, Yahushua might allow, you know, Michael to go forth. We don't know. I don't know. But Michael, our angel, is going to help brothers out, man.
Yep, that's right.
He's not going to be by himself. You know, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Straight up, man. We won't see how he plans out, man. But that's what the scriptures say. That's the time of Jacob's trouble, great distress, man. Famine, disease, warfare, martial law, World War III, R5 chip. It's going to be fucking non-stop action, man.
Hey, but you really think about it, they're already doing it now, because who's to say that none of us didn't have coronavirus and we got healed like that, man?
Right.
Yeah. You know, or you turn, you know, you driving your car in a little side, you get in an accident.
And that's facts, bro. And that's facts because remember, you remember you said you was sick.
Yeah.
And myself. And, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, brothers got sick around a certain time period. Even a bro from Texas that came, my brother Sha'ar, and we were just, you know, contemplating. Even my demons like, yo, you had that shit. I'm like, well, guess what? Most High healed me. You saw that shit, right? You know, all praises.
Because even my woman, because I don't never really get sick. I was fucked up. I had headaches for fucking days, bro. I was fucked up. Throat was fucked up. Yeah. And my woman was like, I think you had that shit. I was like, you know what? I think you probably did. But, you know, that's the Most High healing us, man.
That's right.
You know, Most High he's always here. He's always been here. Just the fact that he woke us up to this truth, showing you that the Most High is giving us spiritual power, man. Like I said, it ain't on some grandiose levels where we blowing doors off, but that's coming.
Yes, and that's small increments to build your faith. And what do we use, brother? Prayer and herbs.
Yeah, that's right.
That's it.
That's right. And faith.
Yeah, prayer, you know, is faith. Yeah, it is the same thing. But that's what we did. I was praying my ass off because I was sweating. I had the fever. I had that nasty ass cough. I was tired. I was like, what the fuck is this, man?
You even contemplated going to the hospital.
Yes, I sure did. I sure did. I said, yo, babe, man, this cough don't go away. We going to the hospital. My woman was like, no, fuck that. And that following day, I was good. And that was a Saturday, and I was sitting on my couch. You know what I'm saying? This was like in November. Spirit was like, go to the gym. I was like, go to the gym? I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to go to the gym then. And I told my woman, oh, yo, I'm going to the gym. She's like, what? You crazy, man. You still sick. I said, nah, I feel better. So, brothers, I'm not lying. And I use my little routine in the gym. You know, I do my pull-ups and running some weights and all that shit, you know, squats and all that. For some reason, that day, I knocked out 26 pull-ups straight, man. And this brother know me, I'm not lying. From the Marine Corps, I do my pull-ups the right way. Facts, right? 26, I couldn't believe. I was like, what the fuck? So in the scripture said in your weaknesses, how does the scripture go? It was like,
in my weakness, I ain't made strong in the house shot.
One more time, brother.
In my weakness, I ain't made strong in the house shot.
In your weakness, when the Lord showed forth His strength, I couldn't believe. I actually sat there like 26 on my first set. On my first set, man. I was like, what the fuck, man? Facts, man. I ain't lying, man. So in our weaknesses, that's when the Lord Most High gonna show forth His strength, man.
You gotta think.
I couldn't believe that shit. I went to camp. I was like, man, I can't wait to go to camp, man.
Hey, I gotta speak up. It's Corinthians 12:9.
Hey, I said something just like what the brother was just reading in Psalms 18. It's when King David felt weak.
Yeah, man.
That's when the Most High, in his faith through that, that's when the Most High came, the Most High showed up, man. That's when the Most High showed the power. That's when the Most High gave him that strength. When he seemed like he was at
down and out.
Down and out, man. And guess what? We're all about to be put in that situation when Esau comes down like a flood, man.
Damn, no way to run, no way to turn. Fuck, man. Go ahead, bro.
It's Corinthians 12:9, and he said to me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness.
Man. Facts, man. And that shit'll break you down, man. Like Brother Daniela, man, like the fuck with Otis, gonna break you down. Damn, boy. I was like, what the fuck is this, man? Yeah. Not, and that terminology wasn't out then. So when it came out later on that year, like, oh wow. And I remember my woman called me that, like, yo, D. I was like, yo, shit, well, shit, all praises.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And he gave certain brothers to go through to have a testimony, and we know what people are going through.
Right.
We know what they're facing and how they're going through it. But we went through it as a testimony to know what it's like and to show that Yahweh Shai is the one that healed.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's not more. It's most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmity, that the power of Yahweh Shai may rest upon me.
The things you go through, that's how you earn your stripes.
Yep.
That's how you get upgraded. So you level up in this thing, man. Get your quick, pretty brother.
This is Isaiah 41:10. It says, "Fear thou not, for I am with thee.
Right.
Be not dismayed, for I am thy power."
Right, and actually, so Spirit, I got a painting of that in my apartment, man. Isaiah 41, "Fear thou not, thy worm Jacob, I am with thee," and that's supposed to be embedded in your brain, man.
That's right.
The Most High is opening you back up to the true understanding, your history, your language, your customs, your freaking what else, man? What am I missing, man? The history, your language, your customs, your faith. Yeah, I don't know what to say, man. You know, he has empowered you. Blessed he that read it and get the understanding, because the end is nigh, man. Go ahead.
It says, "I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee.
Right.
Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness."
Lord gonna take care of you. Most High gonna take care of his chosen, man.
That's right.
But he gonna have to allow certain things to happen to you so you can show his power.
And it said, "Who's the uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness?" Who's that talking about? That's
Yahweh
Yahweh
Shai.
Shai, man. But Yahweh Shai is captain over all the other angels like Michael, Raphael. So he gonna tell the Most High, gonna tell Yahweh Shai, "Hey, go help. Tell Michael, whoever, go help your elect, man. Go help them. They're in certain situations that they can't get themselves out of, man. You know."
Facts. That was it.
One more verse. It says, "Behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded." When you go into this word,
Right.
incensed,
To be angry or
Yeah.
tumult and all that.
the word is chara. It means to be hot, furious, burn, become angry, and that lines up with 2 Ezra 16 about how Esau gonna come down with great
Wrath.
great wrath. That's Revelation 12. But how is it saying 2 Ezra?
Which one? Which one?
Kindle
Kindle fire against thee.
Nah. Going into martial law pretty much.
Oh,
Martial law
yeah,
troops.
okay.
You know?
Yeah.
You know? But it says, "Behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded."
Ashamed and confounded, man. All the lies, all the bullshit stops, man. Real soon.
That's right.
Real fucking soon, man. It's been a long time. Oh, you goddamn gooks. You think you got a one up on Jake? The Lord's gonna. Just a video came out. Jake whooping your ass. You run around butt naked, man. The gooks, man.
Yeah, Moab props, fuck, man.
And they, bro, you're short.
Yeah.
The Moabite meant you're small. You know, like, and so I'm saying
You're ugly.
you're ugly. You're retarded. You know what I'm saying? Your women all up in the hip hop clubs and come on, man. It's a rap for you heathens, man.
That's right.
And word is that Kim Jong-un is dead. We don't know. We were saying, but whatever.
Hey, but Kim Jong-un, he was in love with Jake, man.
Yeah.
It was his favorite people. It was Michael Jordan, Dennis Rodman. His favorite drink, his dad's favorite drink was Hennessy.
Hennessy, facts. And his father's too. His father used to fuck with Hennessy. He got it from his father. Facts.
Come on, man.
Cognac, bro.
He got a taper and shit.
That's all he
Come on, man. So that nigga be really in there fucking probably making rap songs. We don't know.
Analyze Jake.
Yeah, analyze Jake. You know what I'm saying? Man, that sound tight, Rodman. That sound tight. What do you think about this? He don't know. Fuck out of here, man. We're the salt of the earth, man.
And I'm telling this motherfucker so powerful, he probably put on blackface and put on the Michael Jordan shit behind. He got there's people cheering him on
Right.
behind him, and the cameras ain't on.
Who
Playing
knows if he's
basketball
dead?
and shit.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna find out, but he's gonna be in slavery.
Right.
Him and his sister, his flat-faced sister, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Goddamn gooks, man. North Korea, South Korea, you're gooks, man.
Right.
Lot's children. Yeah. Go ahead.
It says, "Behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. They shall be as nothing, And they that strive with thee shall perish. Going into that power too.
Motherfuckers, man. It's gonna be a shame, and you're gonna perish, man. A shame, bro. Like the scripture say, they're gonna come to us bowing their heads down, man.
Yeah, man.
You understand?
And we know through y'all pride, you don't want to hear that shit. You don't want to believe it, but guess what? You gonna believe it when you actually there.
When
You
the
actually
Most High
gonna be
turn
there.
this up, man.
You're gonna be in the
Right.
kingdom, but you're gonna be like the brother said, bowing down. You know what I mean? Being straight servants, man.
Yeah.
And as soon as you see an Israelite, especially with the elect 144,000, the moment you see one of us, you better bow your fucking head, boy.
Get your head chopped.
You know? I don't even want to pull that, motherfucker. You gonna the Lord will, I'm part of the elect. You in my kingdom. All the heathen, when you see me, you in my presence, you're gonna have to walk like this the whole way out. I don't give a goddamn how long that hallway is,
bro.
Yeah, the whole way like this.
Yeah.
Because you're out of my presence. Then you can turn around and stand upright like a man and walk your ass to your hut, man.
You know what's crazy when I said the duck walk shit for Jake that's been in the military? They make you do that shit. With your goddamn boxers on, they make you duck walk. Like, what the fuck is this shit about, man? That nigga staring at your ass crack or some shit, man. Like, what the fuck, bro?
They will see how you walk and shit.
Yeah, like, this shit is weird. So we gonna make your ass duck walk too,
That's right.
motherfucker.
And barrel roll.
And
Yeah,
coals and
all
shit.
that shit.
And hot coals.
Go ahead, bro. That was it.
That was it.
So where we at?
Psalm 18.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
It's Psalm 18 and 7. Then the earth shook and trembled. The foundation altar of the hill moved and were shaken because he was wroth.
Yeah, that's the chariots, man. The angelic forces came to help King David out. Go ahead.
There went up a smoke out of his nostrils and fire out of his mouth.
There goes that fire, man. That's the laser beams coming out them ships.
This whole chapter.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that chapter right there is King David getting help from the angels, bro. You know, it's parabolic talking there with coals and, you know what I mean? They're getting busy.
Yeah.
They're killing his enemies, man. Go ahead.
And fire out of his mouth devoured. Coal were kindled by it. He bowed the heaven also and came down, and darkness was under his feet.
Right. And what verse is that?
9.
Yeah, darkness. So when that big ass ship.
Yeah.
Black out the sun.
Exactly. Yeah. So nobody move, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Freeze! Like, holy shit, you got it. You know what I'm saying?
So you can basically say when Yahweh Shai said immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the Son of Man appear and the sun shall be darkened.
Yeah.
That fits right
That
there.
big ass chariot.
Yeah.
Because the chariot they saw is 3 or 4 times bigger than the earth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Facts. You know? Go ahead.
And he rode upon a
A
cherub
cherub.
and did fly. Yeah, he did fly upon the wing of the
Right.
of the wind.
Right. So, you know, when it goes, King David got abducted, he got saved. So after the chariot, when he cried upon the Most High, and that's in the Samuel, 2 Samuels. Goes more in detail with it. He cried upon the Most High. That chariot came and pew 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 pew. You know what I'm saying? Kill everybody. And they abducted King David. It's like, yo, don't worry, brother, man, we got you, man. You don't want the trip. He goes, you want some wine, brother? The angels look like us, man.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, because you look up cherub in the Hebrew is karad.
Yeah.
It means to ride in.
Right.
The chariot, you ride in.
Chariot. You got abducted. So he was, don't stop. Then let me ride. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? Well, yeah, get back to Revelations, what was it, 11 and 5. Read it again, brother.
5. Revelation 11 verse 5.
Yeah.
Revelation 11 verse 5, and it reads, and if any man will hurt them, fire proceeded out of their mouth and devoured their enemies. And if any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed.
And that's facts, man. So we gave you some examples of that. Brothers getting the actual power, and the angelic force is going to help you out, man. The motherfuckers will get got, bro. You ain't gonna need a strap, brother. You ain't gonna get the strap. Call upon the Yahweh Shemi Shai, man. Go ahead. Verse 6.
Verse 6, these have power to shut heaven,
Right?
and it rained not in the days of their prophecy, and have power over waters to turn them to blood,
Uh-huh.
and to smite the earth with all plagues as often as they will.
So we're gonna get the accounts on that, man. Somebody give me 1 Kings chapter 17, verse 1.
I got a precept on.
Go ahead, brother.
This is James
5.
Yeah.
Hold that back.
Come.
Yeah, matter of fact, you hold that.
Come.
Verse 16 to 18.
Come.
Somebody give me 1 Kings 17 and 1. Another brother, Baba Kusho, give me Exodus 7, verse 15 to 25. Give me the accounts of what that verse is read. Read it again, brother. Verse 5.
Verse 5.
I'm sorry.
Verse 6.
Verse 6, yeah.
Revelation 11 and verse 6. These have power to shut heaven and to reign not in the days of their prophecy, and have power over waters to turn them to blood, and to smite the earth with all plagues as often as they will.
So when you go into the history of our ancestors, the two main persons that had that type of power was Moses and Elijah.
That's right.
You understand? On the time frame they were on the planet, Moses was around the Egyptian empire, and he caused plagues to happen, turned the water into blood. And Elijah did the same thing, had power to cause a famine for 3 years, bro, through Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Right, go ahead. 1 Kings 17 to 1.
1 Kings chapter 17, verse 1. And Elijah the Tishbite, who was of the inhabitants of Gilead, said unto Ahab, As Yahweh power of Israel liveth, before whom I stand, there shall not be dew nor rain these years, but according to my word.
Right, that's it. So that chapter don't break down how long it happened. Precept from precept, it was fucking 3 years. So give me James 5, 16 or 18.
This is James 5 and 16.
Read that. He goes meet the widow and all that shit. Yeah. Go ahead.
Want to start at 16 or 17?
16, please.
This is James 5 and 16. Confess your faults one to another and pray for one another that you may be healed.
Right, that's the brotherhood, man. The reason why that's where we at with it right now. Squash all beefs. Say Salakia, man. Like, my bad, bro. And keep it moving. It no need, bro.
Yeah.
The Israelites, we've been through some shit, man. Fucking whole ego and all that. That shit is fucking stupid. This punk ass shit. You know what you got?
And that word confess, it means to acknowledge. And that's
Yeah.
the first start. You have to acknowledge
Facts.
your errors, you know?
And that's it.
And admit to it, yeah.
Like, okay, I didn't know, bro. We both fucked up. Yeah. All right, man, that's behind us. Let's get the fuck out of here, bro. Yeah. We all in the flesh, man. Like,
That's right.
you know, ego, all that. What? We've been warring with each other for so fucking long, bro. It's time. We have a new fucking life ahead of us, man.
Right, you gotta look at
You know what I mean?
You gotta look at Yahweh Shai, which in the Most High, which is if the Most High didn't forgive us, we all be fucked.
Exactly.
So, you're not supposed to forgive your brother, man.
Exactly, and that's in the book of Sirach. If you don't forgive your brother for his faults or trespasses, how the fuck the Lord will forgive you, man?
That's right.
And that's easy, because them demons will fuck with you, man.
Yeah.
In fact, you're like thinking about, man, what the fuck, man? I just see how the brother said it. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Right.
I see, that shit happened like 3 years ago. What the fuck are you bringing? You know what I mean? That's Satan gonna try you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
It says, confess your faults one to another and pray for one another.
Pray for one another, man. Everyday basis. Brothers are battling out here. Brothers are going through some shit. Bob Shaw, man, for the apostles and elders, pray for one another, man. Go ahead.
That ye may be healed. The effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much.
Effectual, fervent prayer of a righteous man. What?
Availeth much.
What, brother?
Availeth
Much, bro. We need that, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 17, Elias was a man subject to like passions as we are.
Yeah, so all the prophets was battling demons, was in the flesh, had to go through all kinds of ups and downs. All right? There's nothing new beneath the sun. Go ahead.
And he prayed earnestly that it
Pray earnestly every day. Beg the Lord every day, man. You gotta do this thing every day, 2, 3 times, whatever, man. You gotta pray, man. You gotta pray. You gotta pray. The Most High is pleased with that. Like, oh man, you know. I like that, brother, man. You always.
That's in Proverbs. It says, the prayer of the humble is the Most High's delight. He smiles upon that when you're actually calling upon Him for your salvation, what you need. He smiles at that. And it says,
Yeah.
and he prayed earnestly that it might not rain, and it rained not on the earth by the space of 3 years and 6 months.
Facts, man. And that was during the time of Ahab and Jezebel wicked ass. So that's the type of power the Lord is going to give us, man.
That's right.
Power over the elements. Fire is an element. Water is an element, man. Go ahead, bro.
And that's how it's gonna be in the kingdom. Because if the heathen don't come up, It's not gonna rain.
It ain't gonna rain.
You're not gonna get that rain, man.
So
it's gonna dry your ass out, man.
the Most High is bad. We gonna still have fun in the kingdom, man. It gonna be like everybody's gonna be like, yes, Lord, no. Gonna be the Most High gonna out Satan to hop on some rebellious ass nations. They were trying to rebel. All right, time to get to work. You think we playing, man? You know, you show up. You know what I'm saying? The whole land is dried up. Animals dead and women all.
Send locusts.
Like, oh, Lord.
Hey, Lord give us the power to shut up all wounds.
Yeah,
Ain't nobody getting pregnant.
nobody getting pregnant, man.
Even hemorrhoids.
Even the animals. They go to hemorrhoids. Hey, ain't nobody gonna be sitting down that motherfucker. Everybody gonna be standing up.
It's gonna burn when you pee and shit. Facts, bro. Lord, give us all that fucking knowledge back, bro. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
And he prayed again, and the heaven gave rain, and the earth brought forth her fruit.
That's it on that, man. So what verse I said? 18.
You want to read it again?
So what verse was that?
James 5:18.
Yeah, that's it, man. So that's it, man. The Most High will give us back all those capabilities, man.
I got a precept.
Power unto the two witnesses, man.
That's right.
That's why you got Southern Kingdom, Northern Kingdom standing up to formulate what? The nation of Israel. Get your quick free, brother.
This is John 14:11. Believe me that.
Somebody give me Psalms 105, 26 and 36 dealing with the plagues. Go ahead, bro.
This is John 14:11. Believe me that I am in the Father, and the Father in me.
Right.
Or else believe me for the very work's sake. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do.
Right. So you get into the account, like, yo, Book of St. John, man, really detail the account of what the Lord did, our Lord and Savior Yahushua, man. And he done so many miracles to where I think at the end of the book of John, they couldn't have fit it into the books, man. And he was, hey, man, able to call back spirits, manipulate elements, form wine oil, heal the blind, the lame, all that, man. The Most High is going to give us all that back, brothers. He said, the things you see me do, you're going to be doing greater. Yep. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why this whole John the Baptist thing, John the Baptist is just a forerunner. But he's going to be least in the kingdom compared to the prophets, not like one of the 2/3. No. Brothers that came after him, bros, that was with the Lord, with Yahushua, so forth those miracles. And yo, we going to be on a higher level than John the Baptist in the kingdom, man. And that's heavy, bro. Like, what the heck? That's what that scripture means. All right? Go ahead.
Because I go unto my Father.
Right.
I got a precept out.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 40:31. But they that wait upon Yahweh Shem Yahushua shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles.
Right, man. The Lord's going to change our whole molecular body structure, man. Right. We're going to have new bodies. Who knows how they're going to be done? But it's going to get done, man. It's going to happen.
Right. The same shit that Esau's trying to do on the left hand with his technology and try to advance himself. That's what the Lord's going to see. Because what Esau's trying to do, not to change the subject, get on Esau, but what Esau's trying to do is trying to
tap into that.
Basically trying to forge his own blessing and mimic the blessing that the Lord's going to give us in the kingdom on the left-hand side with his technology and his microchips and his brain and shit and all this bullshit. That's what he's basically trying to do.
He's trying to reach immortality.
Yeah, he's basically trying to he's trying to establish his own, the birthright, and try to establish it for himself and create it himself, man.
His own righteousness.
Artificial blessing.
Artificial is not real. They're going to have malfunctions, man.
Against nature.
Against nature. Yeah, everything he's doing is against the Most High's design. Damn demon.
He's trying to control all the modes of transportation and food. We're gonna have that power in the kingdom. We're gonna be heads over that in the kingdom of heaven, man. And we ain't gonna be like you and be stingy and be giving these motherfuckers just enough to live, man. To survive. If they do right, they're gonna eat good, man. They're gonna be blessed because of us, man. You ain't trying to bless the people with your blessing, man. You trying to fucking put pure hell on the people with your blessing, man.
That's what you set up to do. The red horse, the pill horse. It's gonna be
interesting. It came out that the elite have the rich have enough money to end probably 7 times over.
Man, see.
And then the televangelists, the Christian pastors, they it was like together they had like $1 billion, and then it did money donated to coronavirus 0. That's why I got so many guys filed bankruptcy and shit.
Even fucking Drew Brees gave $5 million to fucking Louisiana, man. That's just one motherfucker, man. You motherfuckers got, yeah, I know you motherfuckers got billions of dollars. You can't even give some crumbs off of that shit, man. So these niggas the devil, man. What I'm on, you got it.
Finishing up in Isaiah 40 and 31, but they that wait upon Yahweh Shemi Shai shall renew their strength. And just to expound on it, like Yahweh Shai said through the Apostle Paul, Yahweh Shai would change our vile bodies that it may be fashioned into his glorious body.
That's right.
Esau is trying to do a bioengineering on the left-hand side, but we're going to actually get a physical change.
Yeah.
The Lord said in a twinkling of an eye.
It's gonna be just like that.
He's trying to make his Terminators and his super soldiers, man, to combat the men of the Lord, man. That's the whole plan, man. You got more?
Yeah, it says they shall mount up with wings as eagles.
Spiritual power, man. You seen Man of Steel, right? Hey, the men of the Lord's spiritual power is gonna have that, man. Go ahead.
They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint.
Basically, you're never gonna be tired, man.
Right.
Because the new bodies we're gonna have is gonna be indestructible, man.
Immortal.
Okay, immortal, man.
I got correct one.
Yeah, let's get that, and then we gotta get back to Revelation, man.
This is Luke chapter 10, verse 19. It says, "Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall be by any means hurt you."
Right. Yep. That's it, man. Spiritual power, spiritual discernment. The scorpions and vipers, you got to deal with Jake and their wickedness, offenses, and all that. So it's the stages to this thing to get to the spiritual power, man. All right. So where were we? Oh yeah, give me that Psalms. So you finished that Psalms, brother?
18.
I didn't have it.
Yeah, you
I got
105. Oh, 105.
Hey, give me that Psalms 105 so we can finish this thing out.
Psalms 105 and 26
to 36, but for sure. Links up with Revelation 11 and 6. Revelation 11 and 6 again, but for sure.
Yeah, Revelation 11, verse 6. These have power to shut heaven, and to reign not in the days of their prophecy, and have powers over waters to turn to blood, and to smite the earth with all plagues as often as they will.
Right, so that's dealing with Moses and Elijah, and that's equivalent to what the type of power we're going to have over the elements, over the weather, all that, man. So give me Psalms 105, 26 and 36, but for sure.
Psalms 105 and verse 26 says, "He sent Moses his servant, and Aaron whom he had chosen."
He had chosen. Many are called, few are chosen, and Lord willing, we part of that number, man. This is heavy duty stuff, man. The whole world, pretty much the Lord got everybody sitting their ass down, man. You know what I'm saying? So you can be actually marked for exemption or marked for death.
That's right.
It's fucking nice as fuck out here in Cali, man. So all types of bumsies at the beach and all that shit. But the men of the Lord, we locked in, man.
That's right.
Like, fuck that. Get the word out, man. We gonna reclaim our earth, man.
Right.
It's a wrap. Because even if like they gradually trying to open up certain states and all that, the damage is done, bro. This shit right here, man. This shit right here, the damage is done, brothers, man.
Right.
Economically.
Yeah.
Perfect strategic plan from Yahweh Shemi Shai, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
Everybody not gonna get their job back, and the food shortage is coming.
Yeah.
In the next couple of months, and these people don't realize it.
Right.
Oh, everything open back up
Because they got the chance,
Boom.
you know what I mean?
Right.
But you gotta think though, it's a lot of these businesses out here, small businesses that's finished. They went back, they going bankrupt. They ain't bouncing back, man.
Right.
They ain't coming back, man.
Right. You even had the governor of New York, Andrew Cuomo. He said, since all you people are unemployed, how about you just go out and go get an essential job since you haven't received a check yet?
Facts.
Because those jobs that you had ain't coming back.
Yeah.
They're done. So you went to school for nothing. They did all that shit for nothing.
Oh yeah, and all these colleges is finished because the colleges they make money off the kids going there and the tuition. Colleges through. They was talking about some of these colleges was talking about just bringing back the football program just so they can make money and make them play 2 seasons, bro. Just so that they can bring in the money and people can go so they can. Because the only thing that's keeping these colleges going are the sports, man. That's it.
Yeah, because you nerds and your little shit you had going on. Nah, it's about Jake, the football and the basketball,
Yeah,
dog.
man.
Just being real, man.
Circus.
Yeah.
Circus.
Verse 27, it says, "They shew his signs among them, and wonders in the land of Ham. He sent darkness and made it dark, and they rebelled not against his word. He turned their waters into blood.
Turned their water into what?
Blood.
Yeah, that happened to the Egyptians. And right now you have certain parts in the world. I remember in Jamaica, different rivers getting turned into fucking blood, man. Different parts of the world. And that's what's going on right now, man. You got the locusts going on, and that thing is still on.
Yeah, them fucking locusts still moving, man.
It's like, yes, eat, man. I'm eating, goddamn it. I've been waiting a long time to eat. Goddamn heathens.
They don't know that either.
There's sticks and
Yeah.
But he don't make them.
But eat them locusts.
Good.
Oh yeah, and another just to add on to it, they even got helicopters flying over certain countries in Africa just to drop food off and shit.
Yeah.
That's how bad it is.
It's bad, man. You know, go ahead.
And slew their fish. Their land brought forth frogs in abundance in the chambers of their kings. He spoke, and there came diverse sorts of flies and lice in all their coasts. He gave them hail for vain and flaming fire in their land. He smote their vines also and their fig trees, and brake the trees of their coasts. He spake, and the locusts came, and caterpillars, and that without number.
Right, without innumerable, man. Those are the plagues. And those plagues are back again today, man.
That's right.
Because the two witnesses are back again, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
35. And did eat up all the herbs in their land, and devoured the fruit of their ground.
Man, it's a famine is coming.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
He smote also all the firstborn in their land,
Yep.
the chief of all their strength.
Right, and that's going to lead to a lot of people losing their children, family members, and it's happening already. The old is dying off. The Lord ain't with you. You know what I'm saying? So even Gilly, they call himself Gilly, King Gilly, he said that by this. They opened up Georgia and all that. He's like, you niggas are fucking crazy, undisciplined. Don't you see what the fuck is going on, man? They already killed off the old. That nigga was funny, man, but he's real. That shit is true. You niggas just want to go back and do this goddamn stinky leg and shit. You know what I mean? You niggas retarded, man. Yeah, man. But go back to Revelations. Read verse 6 to 7 again.
Revelation 11 verse 6. These have power to shut heaven and it rain not in the days of their prophecy, and have power over waters to turn into blood.
Right. So we went to the examples of that of Moses and Elijah. Right. Equivalent to what, man? Brothers from the 144,000 gonna have power like that, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And to smite the earth with all plagues as often as they will.
As often as they will, the Most High's will, because we moving under the Heavenly Father's vibration.
That's right.
You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 7. And when they shall have finished their testimony, the beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them, and shall overcome them and kill them.
Right. So that started off with the Roman Empire, the ancient Roman Empire, man. And after they finished their testimony during that time frame, guess what? That beast came back into power during the Renaissance period, man.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, to make war with the saints. So during that time frame from 1619 to like 1970, we were in a docile, defeated state. Through not knowing anything, not knowing who we are, not knowing about the commandments, we were just messed up as a whole. All types of information on that.
Dead bodies.
Dead bodies, man.
Right.
Read verse 7 again.
Verse 7, Revelation 11, verse 7. And when they shall have finished their testimony, the beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them.
So, and go ahead.
And shall overcome them and kill them.
Right, so that's the time frame we're in right now. Okay, so the beast came back into power. Okay, from the ancient Roman Empire.
That's right.
Out of the bottomless pit, which is Europe.
That's right.
It's formulated from the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, the European Union, and America. And that whole thing really became globalized as a whole, the stronghold after World War II.
That's right.
That's when Esau, the so-called white man, was at the height of his power.
That's right.
Okay? So during that time frame, yes, we got lynched, we got hung, we got all types of shit happened to us, man. Until the appointed time. So it says to make war with the saints. We are at war, man.
That's right.
All right? Spiritually, economically, on all levels, we are at war. Behind enemy lines, and guess what? Yo, man, we hit them all types of motherfucking body shots right now. It's the spirit of the prophets, man. The spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. We kicking their ass, man.
That's right.
All right? Go ahead.
Verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
Right, so at one point, man, Esau had, was able to do anything to us, man, even the prophets, until the Mosai allowed his information to come back into the forefront in the late 60s, man. All right? And we were spiritually dead. All right? Spiritually, somebody give me Ezekiel. We gonna read the whole thing. 37 and start from verse 1 to 14.
Okay.
All right?
Ezekiel 37 and 1.
All right?
And the hand of Yahweh was upon me. And
Yeah, and that's how we were able to receive this. The Most High, anointed us, man, to receive this. All right?
And carried me out in the spirit of Yahweh, and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones, and caused me to pass by them round about. And behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry.
Very dry without this truth. You understand? Without this understanding, without faith, without hope. All right? We were all as a nation once looked upon like that, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord power, thou knowest. And he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones.
And that's what we've been doing, man. From apostles and elders on down, prophesying. Open up your minds to this truth, man. To your history, to the high holy days, to the commandments, to the name of the Most High and all that, man. All brothers from different walks of life, man. Go ahead.
And say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of Yahweh.
And those dry bones in the nation of Israel.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Thus saith Yahweh power unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you.
And the breath is what? The breath of this truth, man. This knowledge.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And ye shall live, and I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you.
Yeah, so the sinews, the flesh and all that, meaning the Most High is reconstructing us as a nation, so there's steps to it.
That's right.
Learning the law, statute, commandments, learning the Sabbaths and all that stuff, man. Learning the names. All right? So the Most High pretty much is rebuilding us all over again in the sight of the enemies, man.
That's right.
And they can't do nothing against that. Ain't that crazy, man? It's like you trapped behind a bar and you can't do nothing to help out your fucking folks. Like, what the fuck, man? What we gonna do? Yeah, right?
It says, and I will lay sinews upon you, this is verse 6, and will bring flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you.
Yeah, pretty much the Most High has given us back our identity. All right? We once did not have an identity. All right? African American, Afro American, where the fuck? Negroes, blacks, you blacks, you Indians. Those are all bywords. You Puerto Ricans.
Illegal aliens.
Yeah, illegal immigrants. All right? Residential aliens.
Immigrants.
Yeah, you name it. Those are all bywords. Those are part of what is prophesied in the scriptures, man. That's what happened to us as a nation. That's right. You know what I'm saying? You broke up the different tribes, and especially the tribe of Benjamin, man. You got Benjamin in Barbados, with fucking Jamaica, Trinidad, and motherfuckers actually call themselves after that land, bro. I'm Bayesian from Barbados. I'm Jamaican. I'm Trinidadian. Nigga, you've been destroyed, bro. You know what I mean?
That means fucking the pit of hell.
Yeah.
Puerto Rican,
Puerto Rican, yeah.
rich poor.
Yeah. That's what happened to us, man. Get your quick three, brother.
This is Jeremiah 17:4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
Right, so that time frame, Brother Jeremiah was prophesying was in the Babylonian Empire, and it ain't really happened then. It happened during our slavery.
That's right.
I mean, that was like fucking centuries later, man. You know what I'm saying? That happened in AD time frame. Jeremiah was prophesying in the BC time frame, bro. So that goes to show the power of the Lord, man. You understand? He'll tell you things like centuries. Like, what the fuck? What? Yeah. You know? Yeah, like what?
Just a few days ago.
A few days ago.
Even Deuteronomy 28 chapter, man.
Right.
Yes. Prophecy in there that wasn't talking about till this time, till we came here and off those slave ships, man.
And Moses himself, when he went up on that mountain, he saw that, man. He saw that. He's like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why he was able to write those first 5 books. Like, well, this is gonna happen. So Moses was on a high level, man.
He even told the prophet Daniel, stand in thy light at the end of days.
Right.
Like he understood, I'm gonna have to be reincarnated,
gotta
come
be
back and relive what I'm seeing.
That's right. I got a
Facts.
quick one.
Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 14. It says, turn, O backsliding children, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai.
Backsliding children, man. Bro, it's like you wake up to this truth and you look at your things, you like, damn. Yeah. So imagine how the Lord looking at the nation as a whole, like, what the fuck? These niggas going through. Good thing I kept my 7,000 men.
It did in Ezra that he have a cluster of grapes.
Right.
Preserved,
man. Because you rest of these niggas a bunch of wild grapes.
Right.
And that's crazy, man. You had a gang that's off that, or named off that shit, man. Wild niggas, man. Wild olives.
What was I say? Wild asses snuffing up the wind and shit.
Yeah.
What the hell? And what's that wind? That's all these different
You
doctrines.
can't tell me. You can't tell me the Bible ain't real once you put it together.
Yeah.
You know, like, and this whole thing about magic mushrooms, no, that don't make sense. That don't make sense. If you travel in the United States, you will see they got Waffle Houses all over the place, and you eat chicken with it, nigga. Chicken. That's it. Chicken and biscuits, bro. You know, magic mushrooms like the goddamn gummy bears. You drink that shit, you get powder.
Start bouncing.
No, motherfucker, no.
And he trying to explain in the video how the mushroom looked like a little bread.
Nah, nigga. It was grain, bro. It was bread. Angel's bread. That's it. They grounded that coriander seed and Jake got creative with it, man. They started baking it. You know, and they started doing all types of things with it. Wafers, bro. Wafers with honey. All you gotta do is Google wafers with honey. You're gonna run into waffles, bro. I shit you not.
But this nigga is saying that's how we're gonna get spiritual power.
No, you demon. You're gonna destroy you, bro. Yeah, some high level demon got that nigga, man.
That's what it is.
He reminds, well, fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that guy. That was just an example.
Bro. That's back in Jeremiah 3 and 14. It says, turn, O backsliding children, save the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, for I am married unto you, and I will take you one of a city and 2 of a family, and I will bring you to Zion, and I will give you pastors according to mine heart.
It says one of a city, 2 of a family, man. You understand? It's not for everybody.
That's right.
Within the city where Israelites are dwell at. You have Los Angeles City. You have New York City. There's only a few the Lord has preserved, man. That's heavy, man. And 2 of a family, bro. All of us come from different families and all that. You know? Yeah, that's heavy, man. And yet when the Lord was on the scene, his other brothers ain't following him. Simon and Josie's only James and Jude.
Yeah, that's right.
You understand? 2 of a family, bro. Come on, man. Lord Most High is on a high level, man. Go ahead.
It says, and I will give you pastors according to mine heart.
And that's the apostles of Great Millstone, man.
That's right. That's right.
All right? That's it. And that's that, man. And you come up against that, the Lord is going to destroy you, bro. He's going to kill you. It's going to embarrass you. You mother effers, man. You scoffers. And to hell with vocab, you were a fucking nobody.
That rap, man.
And all of a sudden you will come against the One West Hebrew, right? And your own people, man. Esau. All you gotta do is go into the book Fossilized Customs, bro.
Yeah.
Brothers, get that book. And in that book, it says the holy language is the Lashawan Kodash, but they spelled it differently.
Yeah.
So what they've been teaching us is true. But Esau, though the different variables and different ways that people can pronounce Hebrew compared to how it's supposed to be pronounced, man. It's in that book.
Yep.
Come on, man. So the information's out there. So the Hebrew we're learning is the right Hebrew.
Right, but here it is. But vocab won't go attack those so-called Jews.
Yeah. Speaking of that shit.
Is what they speak in the real Hebrew?
It's not. It's a mixture of the different. I don't know.
No, they don't tell you that. It did it with the combination
right.
German, Polish, and
it's a mixture of shit, man.
A flubber language.
Yeah, it's a mixture of bullshit.
Characters to pronounce the words.
And the way they pronounce different words in Hebrew is not correct. All right. So hey, man, the Wadi Al-Bashim Al-Shai, man, that's the holy tongue.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro.
That's right. So this back in Jeremiah 3:15. It says, "And I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding."
Right. That was it? Yeah, man. And now that it's trickled down to the rest of the brothers in different sections of the world. That's right. To continue on that path, man.
We got a quick pre that watch out list.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch out list, Baruch 2:30. For I know they will not hear me. It is a thick-necked people, but in the land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves.
Yeah, and it so happens, right? The northern kingdom was over here first. That brother Mwatzai, that brother's a Gadite chief. Call him chief. And all of a sudden, three main tribes, Judah is here too. So that's mainly dealing with America, man. And you know, but that's the main epicenter, man.
Right.
Brothers are out there as well. This is the main epicenter, man.
Yeah, but it took that the tribe were pressed together.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, man. And bro, this thing is heavy, man. Go ahead, man. We gotta get back, man. Go ahead, bro.
Baruch 5:5. Arise, O Jerusalem, and stand on high, and look about thee toward the east, and behold thy children gathered from the west unto the east by the word of the Holy One.
By what, brother?
By the word of the Holy One.
Brothers, pick up your Bibles, man. That's how we got gathered, man. Through the inspiration of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, from the word of the Holy One, man. And that's powerful, man.
We don't need no fucking records and that can go back to our father. As vocab will tell you, well, can you prove that? Can you pull out records and all that? The record is right here, faggot.
Yeah,
That's right.
We
This is a record.
We didn't get gathered by DMX songs, Tupac songs.
Right.
And this
College. Esau.
Yeah, this one nigga, man, Jacob Loaded. Jake out there, I don't know where he was at in London, shit, busting shots in the air. So I'm tired listening to Tupac. You got the Tupac demon on you, nigga. I'm tired, yo. And busting shots in the air. Nah, bro. We wasn't gathered. Yeah, man. We wasn't gathered by that, bro. All right, go ahead, man.
Hey, Slacky, can I say this real quick?
Yeah,
We didn't have to travel nowhere either, like that. You know, the apostle just went straight on YouTube, man, and spoke the word. And like I tell you in Matthew 24, this thing went throughout to the four corners of the earth. Then the end came.
Word had free course.
They did travel. They traveled to the European Spirit.
Yeah. Spiritually, you know?
Right.
Unlike other, groups out there.
Trying to go to, yeah, man. Nah, they backtracking. Go ahead.
It says, gather from the west unto the east by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the remembrance of the Most High.
Rejoicing in the remembrance, man. And we do that, brothers gathered, the high holy days and all that stuff. Man, bro. You sitting down reading, man, you just praise the Lord in your own little sanctum, whatever. Go ahead.
It says, for they departed from thee on foot, and were led away of their enemies, but the Most High bringeth them unto thee exalted with glory as children of the kingdom.
Through this word, man.
That's right, man.
Go ahead.
That was it.
That's it, man. So let's get back. Where were we?
37?
Huh?
37.
Yeah.
Ezekiel 37:7. It says, so I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone.
Right. Jake coming back to the nationality, to the tribes, to the culture.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And when I And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came.
Bone to his bone is like kin. That's my kin, man. Coming back to your kindred, your nationality. All right? You know, kin folk. Like in Black Lightning. I know y'all brothers saw season 3. I ain't gonna give it away. Go ahead.
Back in the day, Jake, back in the day, like back in like the 50s and 60s, when Jake would see each other, they'll be like, "What's up, blood?"
Yeah, what's
It
up?
wasn't on some gangster shit, but saying like, "What's like we family? What's happening, blood? Blood, that's my blood."
It's like a lot of you stupid ass gangbangers outside Los Angeles, the motherfucking that goddamn gangs was formulated off of family, man.
Yeah.
That's why they used to call themselves cousins. Cousins and shit. Uncles and shit doing that shit, man. You ignorant fools, man.
Yeah,
Or whatever, man.
Jake changed it with a dumbass acronym.
Yeah, man. Go ahead, bro.
It says, and when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came upon them, and skin covered them, but there was no breath in them. Then said he unto
Right,
me,
that's them Israelite groups going off, man.
That's right.
Not teaching the right doctrine.
Right.
And bro, it's every time I go on, not every time, but a lot of time I go on YouTube, it just be these new Israelite groups. I'm like, who the fuck are these guys, man? Who are these niggas, man? They out there with that, with the headband and the staff and shit. I'm like, who are these niggas? Yeah, these niggas just popping up out of the woodworks, man. Going off and shit. Fopi and the other motherfuckers like that.
Yeah.
Tagging, man.
Go ahead, bro.
It says, verse 9, then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind. Prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith Yahweh power, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live.
That they may live. The four winds, north, south, east, and west on this globe, man. That they may live, and we're living right now, man.
That's the camps waking up all
Yeah,
across
camp,
the world.
yeah. That's that, man. So go back to that Revelation. We gotta finish this out, man. I don't want to hold the time, man. Go ahead.
Maybe read verse 8 again.
Yeah.
Revelation 11, verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually called Sodom and Egypt.
Which is America. And we were on one spiritually dead. We gave you the precept of that, Ezekiel, the 37th chapter. That's right. The Valley of Dry Bones. Go ahead.
Where also our Lord was crucified.
Where also our Lord was crossed out. He got physically crucified, but ultimately, through Esau coming into power, he started this term called iconoclasm.
Right.
And that happened during the Renaissance period of them coming back into power, and they defaced the images of the paintings or artifacts, even changed our books, our records, and all that, burnt them. You know, change up history and all that stuff, man.
And they even tell you during the time of the Maccabees, which shows you that back then, when you open the scriptures, they had images and pictures of Moses as being a black man, because the Greeks, they went and they paint the likenesses of their images inside there, man.
Right.
You know, painting themselves to be the men of the scriptures, man.
Bunch of counterfeits, man.
Yeah, he's doing that same thing now, man.
Go ahead.
That's right. Verse 9. And they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half.
Right, so it's dealing with the other nations, the heathen nations, under the conglomerate of the New World Order. And the 3 days and a half roughly represents 350 years.
That's right.
We were in a dead state, no hope, no salvation, no nothing. Around 1619 to 1970, the late 60s, man.
That's right.
So the Most High opened up the seals, man. Started off with Abba Bivens, John the Baptist, man.
That's right.
That's right.
And should not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves.
They pretty much they weren't going to help us. They're not going to guide you the right way. They came with education system, came with Planned Parenthood, came with the feminist system, the caste system, the Willie Lynch, all that shit, man. What's that dude in the FBI? William Edgar Hoover. Yeah, all that, man. War against you motherfuckers, man.
Gave you all these different nationalities,
Yeah.
things of that nature.
Gave you college.
Go ahead. Christianity.
Because when you put a dead body in a grave, you laying it to rest.
Right.
And that's what the other nations didn't do to us. They didn't do for us. Didn't give us any rest.
And they wouldn't. And that's
Scripture said they forwarded the affliction.
right. And that's how they were set up to do. So therefore, he ain't show us no mercy. We ain't gonna show no mercy to you heathens neither.
That's right.
Go ahead.
That's right. Verse 10. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them.
Yeah, and they, man, listen, man. The time of our slavery, our captivity, they were having a blast, man. They had this whole new world order formulated, and nobody knew what the fuck was going on, man.
Right.
Unless you part of that circle. In the 90s, 80s, 70s, I didn't know about this shit. Like, what the fuck? People thought you were crazy.
Right.
So they were rejoicing of us, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially, I remember that shit that came on Netflix when Jay-Z getting locked up. What was that show? In Central Park. Central Park 5. And guess who made an uproar about it? Donald Trump, man. They death penalty, goddamn niggers. That's part of rejoicing over us, man. You know? It's not a game, man, and that's nothing new. They burned you, they castrated you, killed you, wiped out your whole family while you raped your sisters, your daughters, your wives. You know?
Look how they did Nat Turner just for revising up against him.
Come on, man.
They burned him, castrated him,
cut his body parts off.
Come on, man.
And use him as leather.
Come on, man. So all that shit, you Edomites, you so-called white people, you have it coming to you, man.
That's right.
Get your quick free, bro.
Lamentations 2:16. All thy enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day that we look for. We have found it. We have seen it.
Right. You know? So that was one part of our history, man. That we were such a low estate. They just totally took advantage of us. No more, man. Because the elect is back.
That's right, man.
Go ahead, bro. Revelations?
Yeah, Revelation verse 10, 11 verse 10. Read it again. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwelt on the earth.
Yeah, the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. Right.
Verse 11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them.
And that's where we at with it right now.
That's right.
So after 1970, the Most High opened up the seals through Abba Bivens all the way down to the apostles and elders, and look where you are today, man. Camps throughout the four corners of the earth, different continents, man.
That's right.
And it says, and great fear fell upon these goddamn heathens, man.
Right.
They're in fear. What the fuck you worried about? You know, of course, we gotta go through our duty. You know what I'm saying? We depend on the Lord.
Right.
But they're in fear, man.
Yeah, because Esau really thought he did a bang up job of keeping us forever in the dark. And we was never going to wake up to this. You know?
Right, go ahead.
Verse 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them.
Right, and that's dealing with ultimately, you know, fast forward in time, us waking up, us going to war, dealing with Jacob's trouble, us getting spiritual power, and us getting delivered in the chariots by the missiles getting dropped off by, you know, Yahweh Shai, man. Go ahead.
And in the same hour, there was a great earthquake, and a 10th part of the city fell.
So pretty much when you go into this understanding, the United States is broken up into 10 FEMA regions, man.
That's right. Yep, that's right.
All right, go ahead.
And the 10th part of the city fell, and in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000. And the remnant were afraid and gave glory to the power of heaven.
So that remnant is very important. As dealing with the elect, because we're gonna witness a lot of people dying, a complete number of people dying, man, all types of catastrophic shit. And it says they gave glory. Y'all watching it, it's like, woo! Shit! You know what I mean? And start with verse 14. Go ahead.
Verse 14, the second woe was past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
And that's that. So that's the time frame we're in right now. The Second World War is past, and behold, the Third World War coming quickly, man. So the Most High is giving power unto his two witnesses all over again. And this time, it's going to be the last captivity we in, man.
That's right.
From the southern kingdom to the northern kingdom, we're back, brothers, throughout the four corners of the earth, man. So giving all praises, all glory, all honor to who?
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, HaKadosh.
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahushua,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahushua,
the water,
the water,
the water,
the water,
the water.
Kwame Mashallah. Shalom, brothers.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that shit was 2 hours, bro.
2 hours?
That was funny.
That's old shit.
Yeah, I was like, 4? Are you serious?
Like 315, 320.